Welcome to MG Chemicals Tech Talk Episode 5, Basics of Soldering. We'll start by introducing a few different types of solder wire and break down for you some of the key properties to consider when choosing wire. First, let's consider the size of the wire diameter, which is noted on the label either as a size in inches or gauge. Up close, we can see the difference between 23 gauge on top compared to 16 gauge underneath. Looking at a cross section of wire, we can see the flux core that comes standard in our solder wire. This helps clean the area being soldered and helps the wire spread over the surface. Another thing we want to point out is the composition of the solder. Solder wire is a combination of metal alloys together, with tin lead being the most popular type. MG Chemicals offers a range of both leaded and lead-free solder wire. In this demonstration, we'll show you soldering using a benchtop soldering iron. Here, we have the main station which helps us control the temperature. We need to set the temperature just above the melting point of the solder we're using. So check the technical data sheet to see the melting point of your particular solder. Next, we have the soldering iron, which, as you can see, have different tip sizes. For work in finer areas, choose a tapered tip, whereas for larger areas, you can use a broader tip. The next thing we need to discuss is how to preserve the solder iron tip. Due to the high heat when in use, the tip is prone to oxidizing, which disrupts heat flow. To prevent this, periodically dip the tip in the tip tinner, then, using a wet sponge or wire pad, scrape off excess tinner to prevent buildup. Let's start by soldering these wires into the through holes. Take a few seconds to heat up the area around the through hole with the iron. Then, we slowly feed the wire into the iron. The solder quickly melts and spreads around the hole. Now, let's look at solder flux and how it's used in the soldering process. As mentioned earlier, our solder wire comes with a flux core which helps the solder flow over, creating stronger joints. Using additional flux prior to soldering, like this flux paste, however, gives superior results as it cleans oxidation from the metal, helping the solder better wet out. The result is a smoother, shinier solder joint. The last thing we want to do is clean up any excess soldering flux. We do this to prevent corrosion and possible electrical shorts caused by the flux residue. Here, we're using our 4140 flux remover pen, as the flux is small and localized. However, for larger scale jobs, you may need to consider using liquid. For more information, visit our website, follow us on LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.